exploring the map is kind of like how this is like FTL, so in that you have a limited amount of time to explore, and you need to explore and gain as much as possible before you leave the area, or in this case, fight the final boss. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into a battle. So enemies have appeared. We're fighting 3 forest crawlers. Okay, battle and combat basics. Yeah. So yeah, in order to battle, you drag cards under your hero onto the enemies or allies to activate the cards. Cards have an AP action point cost shown in the top left corner in a limited range. AP refills each turn on the right side of the screen. Drag heroes with adjacent ones to swap positions again in range or away from incoming damage. Swapping heroes between lanes allows you beefier, stronger heroes to protect the more fragile ones. It is also essential in lining up your shots for melee cards which can only attack the same lane. Swapping costs 1 AP. Cards can be either melee or ranged. The sword icon indicates a melee card, allowing you to attack the same lane. The arrow indicates a ranged card, allows you to attack adjacent lanes. The shield indicates it can be cast on yourself or an ally. And ultimates. Below your health bar is the ultimate bar. Every AP you spend with that hero contributes to filling the ult bar. Once full, you'll be able to draw your ultimate card. Ultimates are a free, very powerful card unique to each hero. Ultimates do not carry over between battles. So, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, yeah. Oh. So, the battle wheel is another interesting mechanic. Typically, half of the spaces are a normal battle, and then each of your hero types contributes one of their passives to the battle. So tank passive gives you a chance of... You have a 1 in 10 chance of laying on the tank passive, a 1 in 10 chance of laying on the assassin passive, a 1 in 10 chance of laying on the mage passive, a 1 in 10 chance of laying on sneak attack, and a 1 in 10 chance of landing on an ambush. In this case, we hit ambush, which means that 1 ambush card is added to each hero's deck. It costs 1 action point to play an ambush card, and it has the effect expend, which removes it from the hero's deck. Okay, so, yeah. Spider saying, I follow Umbra, the Dark Moon. Fine, I won't read it then. So at the start of each battle, you're allowed to reposition your heroes. So I'm gonna go and move... Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll have Aurora in the middle, because Aurora is a mage, which means all of her attack cards are ranged. So she can attack all 3 lanes. And I guess that's the other main mechanic of this game, lanes. I wish I could... And yeah, they kind of explained it already. Most of the time you can only... If you're a melee hero or you use melee attack cards, you can only attack the same lane that you're in. Whereas if you use the ranged attack card, you can attack the same lane that you're in or any adjacent lane. Which is why I kind of want Aurora here in the middle so she can attack all the lanes. But again, Aurora's a mage, which makes her weak. So it might not be a bad idea to put Shinzo in the middle lane. Oh well. Start battle. Okay, so the enemy gets a turn to set up. And, so now you can see each of the enemies will be playing a card which will go into effect at the end of the turn. So this one is using Acid Spit, which is a ranged attack card that says deal 6 damage and apply 2 poison, and it's targeting Aurora. This one's Hatchling, summon a minion, and this one's also using Acid Spit, but it's targeting Milady. Okay, okay, well, I'm not happy with this, but I'm going to use 1 action point to move Shinzo over. And then I'm going to use 2 action points to play Sacred Bulwark. So that says gain 4 armor and a splash, which means that, well, he can play it on himself. Yeah, he has to play on himself. And so he and every character adjacent to him will gain 4 armor. And armor will absorb damage before health. Okay, and I'm going to have Aurora use Fireball on this to deal 13 damage to this forest crawler. And we're out of action points. Okay, Okay, now here's the other neat thing. you can have any hero discard a card in order to gain action points. So I can have Milady discard that card, and she could play Pounce, which would let her dash to an adjacent location, so she'd swap position with Shinzo, although there isn't much point. And then deal 4 damage forward. I think I'm going to discard Ox Charge, which will, and then I can have Aurora use another Fireball on that Forest Crawler. Alright, so that one's defeated. And so I'm going to go ahead and end the turn there. So now, yeah, that Forest Crawler used... maybe I should have held on to Ox Charge. So anyway, at the start of your turn, each hero... yeah, all your action points will be replenished, and each hero will draw 2 cards, up to a maximum of 5. Okay. Oh, no, wait, maybe I was thinking I wanted Earthquake. Or maybe... yeah, maybe I should do Pounce? Okay, so with the... okay, yeah. So, yeah, I can use Pounce to move Milady there, and she'll do 4 damage forward, which attacks the nearest enemy. Yeah. So, each character can also have 1 minion in front of it. Then... okay, yeah, here's the ambush card. Shackled, extend... what does Shackled mean? Shackled cards cannot be recycled. They can only be played as a regular card. They're stuck with you until the end of battle. Right. Okay, but what I was going to do is I was going to use Flesh Strike to deal 6 piercing damage in a line. So that means piercing goes through... oh, okay, in this case it deals damage to armor and health. I thought I just ignored armor and dealt damage to health directly. But a line means that, yeah, it will always hit the hero slot and the minion in front of it. So I can do this. It will hit the minion and the Forest Crawler behind it as well. Okay, I want to move Shinzo back here. And then I'm going to discard Ignite so that I can have Shinzo use Ox Charge. And I guess I'll end turn there. Shinzo's going to... okay, yeah, and Milady suffered poison damage. What were those? Sticky webs? Okay, they dealt damage, and now Shinzo has Rooted, which means now I can't drag swap him with the other heroes. Which is a problem, because I can't get Aurora in the right place... in an optimal place now. Okay, could have Milady use Disable. So that would allow her to attack the Forest Crawler right in front of her, and yeah, vulnerable, this target takes X more damage. So if I did that, then this will take 3 for the first one, and then 4 on the second one. Well, I can at least kill that Forest Crawler. Okay, and then, I could ignite that one. I could get rid of one ambushed. Although I don't think I need to. Or... oh well. Okay, I just need to deal 11 damage. Can I deal 11 damage? I mean, I can move... Shinzo here. Do Earthquake. Do Ox Charge. Okay, that did it. Right, because of the vulnerable effect. Okay. So yeah, for winning, we get gold, an ability, and a consumable potion. At 79 gold. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, gold's the currency. You can use it to, at towns, if you can find towns, to purchase abilities and healing and artifacts, and it can also be used in some events. An ability. So now we'll get to pick one of 3 abilities and then we'll add that 2 copies of that card into that hero's deck. Or instead we could take some more gold, but abilities are kind of useful. So let's see, you could get Cheap Shot into Milady's deck. It costs 1 action point to play Breaker. Deal 1 piercing damage per combo point. Okay, I think, yeah, each time you play a card on an enemy, you build up a combo point on it, so this could be kind of good. I don't know. Backstab, deal 10 damage if the target is affected by Vulnerable. Well, we do have cards that apply Vulnerable in Milady's deck. And then we could also get Connect Blast for Aurora. Breaker, deal 3 piercing damage per combo point. I think I'm going to go with Backstab. And then for consumable, we got Flask of Destruction, which one time deal 5 damage. Okay. Okay, so now stuff has gone into our backpack. And, okay, yeah, you're right. Abilities aren't automatically added. So, yeah, instead, we have to drag them in. Okay, so that's interesting. Adding this ability to Milady's deck gives her plus 2 HP right now. Although, okay, it's only 1 copy, huh? Interesting. Well, at least that keeps the deck smaller. And then, in order to be able to use potions in combat, we have to drag them out of the backpack onto here. Okay, no artifacts right now. Yeah, the backpack holds all your equipable cards. You can equip up to 3 artifacts and 6 ability cards here, using the hero portraits to change heroes. Ability cards are restricted to certain classes, while artifacts can be assigned to anyone. Your heroes also gain passive bonus for applying cards to certain slots. Extra bonuses will unlock per act. Yeah. Alright, well, I want to show off a Shard of Umbra battle while it's still daytime, because things will get a lot more difficult at night. Oh, there's a town over here. Village, yeah. Buy new cards, potions, and cure Doom. Okay, and there's an event there, which is a hero, maybe. Doom is one of the other mechanics. Each time a hero revives, gain 1 Doom. Yeah, if your hero's HP falls to 0 in battle, they aren't killed. But if you revive them during battle, you'll gain a Doom token, and you gain Doom tokens also for stepping on the corrupted tiles, I think it said. But yeah, if the Doom bar completely fills, then you lose the game. So yeah, there's 2 ways you can lose. Well, yeah, there's a couple ways you can lose. So anyway, let's go ahead and fight this Shard. Go ahead and do this Shard of Umbra battle. Okay, so the options are: the sprites have established an encampment and took possession of a Shard of Umbra. Give the little pests a run for their money and retrieve this shard. There are way too many of them. Fortunately, we know where they keep their ammunition crates. Ignite the cache and your foes will be a thing of the past. So we have got 2 choices here. We can charge in which case we encounter 3 sprite lures, or we can try flanking the camp and try to surprise the lures. By picking this, I'll get to spin the wheel. We have 4 pass outcomes, which will remove 20% health from the objective. But there's also 6 fail icons, which will result in Curse of the Serpent, which will add 2 ambush cards to each hero's deck. I think there's like, and this is like FTL, where random events occur, where you have options, and they're also hidden options. So I think there's like, if Aurora had some certain spell, we can try to set them on fire from a distance, which would give us a lot more pass results. Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and try flanking the camp, though. Nope, we failed. As you turn a corner, you find yourself staying in front of a patrolling car, in front of patrolling guards, where you look as surprised as you are. Intruders, one of them screams, as a dozen looters form a circle around you. We get Curse of the Serpent for this battle.